Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I have to say that things that shock me as a gun owner tend to be very different than what shocks other folks, and I think that's just because of my time living in the People's Republic of Massachusetts for as long as I did. Because this Kamala Harris scandal was, frankly, common practice when I had my license to carry in Massachusetts. Well, I shouldn't say that it was common practice because I don't know how often it happened, but to get my license, I had to sign paperwork saying that I was okay with the state police having the ability to come in and inspect my gun storage at any and all times. Honestly, it was such a dark thing that I think my brain completely forgot about it until this Kamala Harris leaked video popped up. That Massachusetts PTSD flashback. Whew. So, what am I talking about here? I am talking about Harris's time when she was the DA for San Francisco back in 2007. At the time, she told a group of reporters, "We're going to require responsible behaviors among everybody in the community, and just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible and safe in the way that you conduct your affairs." Which sounds a lot like a violation of constitutional rights. She was supposed to be a lawyer that understood constitutional rights. Kamala is a cop! Anyways, and that's not even the worst suggestion that she made during that conference, because after all, the cops can't know what you have or where you live to check in on you unless you are the one on a registry. But before I show you the video proof and the way that she compared gun owners to a certain subset of criminal offenders, this is a great time to tell you all about a little ammo subscription service that works on any budget and that might be pretty important, just in case. Ammo Squared helps you stay stocked up on ammo automatically with a set it and forget it approach that lets you pick your calibers, your monthly budget, and how often you want it shipped, so you never have to worry about ammo shortages or changing prices locally or online ever again. Their company is designed to help gun owners stock up on ammo on literally any budget. This monthly budget can be anything from the price of a few boxes to the price of a single round, if that is how much you can spare. Everything about it is fully customizable. There is no minimum to buy, no membership fees, and all ammo is factory new from brands that you trust. They only ship it when you want it, and the rest of the time it is stored for you in a climate-controlled environment. So thank you to Ammo Squared for providing such a cool service to gun owners since 2015. And hopefully this video is not an indication of how badly we might need it. Now, back to these Harris comments. The video quality isn't great, because 2007, but it's Harris all right with Newsom's signature hair gel head in the background. Check it out here.
Responsible behaviors among everybody in the community, and just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible and safe in the way you conduct your affairs.
Have you heard from the...
She went on to tell reporters that gun owners should be added to a registry like sex offenders or gang members. She said, I quote, "We need to monitor where they live, have them check in from time to time, and let us know where they are. Because when we're starting to figure out who owned a gun or monitor their behavior, we need to know where they are." So it's like talking to a parole officer or being on a sex offender registry because you happen to be exercising your God-given constitutional rights? That's not totalitarian at all. The remarks were made as part of a press conference around a bill that she helped draft, saying that the bill was not only creating an opportunity to prosecute people, but to legislate our values in order to change and manipulate behavior. Which again doesn't sound like something a dystopian villain would say at all. I mean, really, we should all be concerned that there's a lawyer politician talking about behavior change. As if she's doing a little behavioral experiment in her psychological lab. The safe storage bill had just been introduced to the city's Board of Supervisors and was ultimately signed only a few months later by then Mayor Gavin Newsom, hair gel extraordinaire. Among other measures in the bill were a new requirement for legal gun owners to send a full inventory to the chief of police every 6 months, and a ban on possessing guns in public housing because, my friends, guns are not for the poors. I mean, that's just saying the fact of gun control out loud. Because if you are rich enough, everything has a price tag, even the illegal things. The law was challenged by the NRA in 2009, and they eventually won against the public housing ban, but the Ninth Circuit ruled against them when it came to relaxing the safe storage law, and the Supreme Court refused to hear the case at the time. And the Ninth Circuit said that it was not an infringement at all on Second Amendment rights or home defense by having to keep all of your things in a locked safe all of the time and allowing the police to just come into your house all willy-nilly to check it out. Meanwhile, despite walking back previous claims about mandatory gun buybacks and the like, Harris claims her values have not changed. She says that she's a gun owner and has no interest in taking away anyone's guns, while also endorsing a ban on sporting rifles and claiming semi-autos have no place in citizen hands. Despite these two very opposite statements, a campaign spokesperson says that a Harris presidency would be dedicated to upholding the law, including the Second Amendment. If this video clip is an example of her values and how she plans to rule over this country, and yes, I did say rule, then we should all be afraid of what could come out of a Harris presidency. Alright, that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. You know the drill for all of the algorithm things for the YouTube powers that be. And as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.